What is everybody? Welcome back to an awesome day of racing action here at Wildcat Off-Road Park for the second race of the National Rock Racing Association, but we're on our second course for the day here. I know, I was. Second race of the National Rock Racing, and this is our second course for the Bouncers coming up today. Day 2, presented by Mickey Thompson Tire, and today is brought to you by SCS Gearboxes. Again, awesome crowd shot there. You can see how many spectators are packed into this park. And again, me and Bree have talked all weekend about that kind of amphitheater look for here in Dyersburg, where there's really not a bad seat in the house.
Now, years ago when I came to Wildcat to look at the option, this was all woods and kind of a little pond at the bottom down there. And I walked the woods and found some lines, and they were interested in making it what it is today. And over the years, it's grown into what it is.
And for that, I do not have the lovely Bree next to me right now. I got the legend of Mr. Klein Bynum sitting next to me.
I don't know about legend, but maybe better looking.
He is the guy that we curse every time we're on a course and we're trying to get over some obstacle and we can't, or we whack a flag that he puts really kind of pinches it in some areas, you know?
You know, I can't help your guys' driving abilities.
So again, me and Bree were talking this morning how we have to have those flags and have to have those banners and tape, because some of the drivers get very creative on the courses. So
there's certain drivers over the years that would find these lines and it would upset other drivers, and that still happens today. But I go through and I kind of inspect it for those drivers, and I'm not going to mention no names, but I try to see the lines that they're trying to.
There's several that
the little niches they're trying to find. So
yeah, there's several that drivers that they get very creative with that course, and again, walking it really kind of you can.
A good examples today. That green patch over there that's no longer a green patch.
Yes.
You know, Clay Kaysen seen that, and after he ran it, everybody else took suit. So did the Bouncers. So.
And we were talking this morning while we were up there what the line was, and he said, "Well, it's dirt," and he said,
and I knew it was there. I didn't say nothing, and Clay come over and goes, "I hope you're not mad at me for creating that line." I was like, "No, I knew somebody was going to take it."
And again, I think it's really awesome to see, because the guys that do their homework and go up and walk the course,
they benefit from it.
That you can see that by doing their homework, they can really have that advantage. So it is really neat to see, and you have to kind of respect those guys that can kind of look at a line. Again, I like to pick on Timmy. He sometimes picks a line that no one else sees.
Clay's good about it too.
We'll all go straight, and he comes in at kind of 45 and just has a super smooth run. Again, we've seen lots of guys coming up and down. Everybody's kind of pushed hard up.
Yep.
That downhill section, kind of a little sketchy, so some guys are pushing a little harder.
Downhill, it makes some people intimidated, and some people actually that's where they gain momentum.
That's their happy place.
Wade Good is very good at downhill.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of drivers out there that were really good at the downhill.
Yeah. Well, again, Wade Good, we saw everybody last year. The fastest time was 48 seconds by Brandon Davis. Wade came in at 40 when he launched off that ledge, just smoked that ledge, came in flying through there.
And the reason a lot of that happened, a lot of people, that's followed it since the beginning of where we were just straight up a hill, one shot. The sport changed so fast, we had to adapt to kind of control how the buggies were built. It was turning into a drag race that was 10 seconds long.
Yeah.
And it was more or less coming about who had the most power instead of who could drive it a lot of times. So we started creating turns and things that horsepower will not win it alone.
Yeah, and again, we've seen some of those running the rear steer. We've seen some of the guys drift around the corners. We've seen a few flat tires today with some of the rocks and the pinching. Uphill, downhill sections, we have some jumps. Again, we saw Timmy Cameron yesterday whip that left-hand turn. We've seen several bouncers do that today. So I think, again, you might see some more of that this afternoon. So what do you think is going to be the faster times later on this afternoon?
I ain't really even thought about it. I think we'll be sub minute and a half.
Wow.
On this second course.
Yeah.
We did create a new uphill over there with a couple of step ups. I think that's going to be a little more challenging than the new step ups. So I think it'll kind of, it'll give them a challenge.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of the guys go up it like it's nothing, and some of the guys will struggle with it.
Yeah.
And all that comes down to shock tuning.
Yeah.
That the guys that have it dialed in, you'll see those advance on the step ups, or the guys that don't have the shocks tuned in. And you got to find a happy medium where they're tuned in for all of it.
Yeah. And again, we saw Brandon Davis with that IFS going up that rock ledges. He was able to kind of skip up those. Now, again, having the lower belly pan might not pan out so well coming down some of these ledges, too. So, again,
I think we're about ready to kick off kids class.
All right.
UTV youth class. So, I guess I'm going to get out of here.
Okay.
And we'll get started.
All right. Again, that's Clyde Bynum.
Taylor, you about ready for start line?
Again, that was Clyde Bynum up in the booth with us, so we appreciate him hopping up here and giving some chat. We got Blake Heckley on the line here. you have a kids list? Blake Heckley's going to kick us off over there. Getting there, checking her up in that starting gate. Again, we've seen them absolutely get pretty with it down here, so you can hear dads and fans and support staff all cheering them on.
These kids have been waiting all day, really since yesterday, for their moment to race. Little Blake Heckley asked me last night. She came up and gave me a hug. She's like, what day are we racing? I said, you're racing tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah.
She's like, okay.
But they're excited, though.
38.641, our first youth driver of the day.
Again, they're all lined up in the starting gate, just chomping at the bit.
Sadie Ellison is on the line now.
Wow, again, you can see that little bit of a gauntlet there as they're bouncing through. It's a Daniel Heckley down there cheering them on. I know we have a huge chunk of the dads that are around there. Got a heck of a course here for our youth class today.
You know, something that was kind of funny last night was in the campground area, the kids wanted to play ball. Let's get Sadie's time real quick. 37.095 for Sadie Ellison.
37.
So I was playing ball with me and Madison and a couple of moms and some of the older kids, and we just had a ball and a bat in the gravel camp area, and it was really cute because it was obvious that the chosen sport of these kids is racing. They did not know how to play baseball.
It was lots of action going on.
It was chaos, but it was adorable. Oh, we've got Collier Hoback out on the course now.
You can hear dads, course workers,
Hold it to the floor,
all cheering for him.
Collier's our youngest driver in the youth class at 4 years old.
Wow. Jumping through the air there.
He is already learning how to pilot a vehicle. And, I think it's great for the kids to learn the responsibility that comes with, driving these vehicles and start getting that seat time. They're going to be rock stars by the time they're old enough to actually get their driver's license.
That's a 41.780.
41.780 for Collier Hoback.
Ava Garner coming off the line here. Her dad, Zach, does our announcing for us at our races. So if you ever hear a guy being ornery and giving a hard time to some of our racers, that's him.
Ava is such a sweet and responsible young lady. Her vehicle is called the Manager.
I believe that. It's very accurate.
Because that's Ava. She's the manager. She is the mom of the kids group when they're all hanging out together. She takes care of the younger kids, and she even gave me a ride over here to the race hill from the campground in that little 200 this morning.
I believe it.
My knees were in the dash.
I can imagine that. Like head popping out the top.
38.240. Our fastest time right now is Sadie Ellison with a 37, and then we've got, then we've got Ava Garner with a 38.2, Blake Heckley with a 38.6, and Collier Hoback with a 41.
Got Dallas Heckley sitting on the line.
All right, we got Dallas Heckley.
Part of the other half of that Heckley Racing crew.
And really, there's 3 members of the Heckley Racing because their dad, Daniel, races in the Bouncer class and also the UTV stock class.
Bill, your radio's hot. You're sitting on your radio, Bill.
Nice run from Dallas.
Three 5.676.
And that is our new leader right now, round 1 for the UTV youth class. Hunter Vargo on the course now. Hunter is rocking through the course right now, through the finish line with a 32.881.
Wow.
That is our new leader, pushing Dallas Heckley with a 35 down to second currently, and then Sadie Ellison with a 37 sitting in third. Clara Hoback on the line now. Clara was our winner from our season opener race at Windrock.
And the Holbacks just came up and gave me some sweet new stickers. So the Holback Racing has some new orange and pink stickers. So shout out to all the Holback Racing crew.
Gotta represent.
I like their new merch. It's pretty sweet.
Fun fact about Clara's win from Windrock. That was her first time winning first place in a race, and her prize is she gets to pick out a kitten.
Okay. Okay. $36.030. Oh, didn't they win a chicken or something at one point?
A chicken?
Didn't they win a chicken?
I think it was always a kitten. So this award rolled over from last season.
Okay.
Because this was her first win, so she had to earn the kitten.
Yes.
So if anybody's got she's got her heart set on a gray female kitten. She's gonna name it Winnie.
Okay.
Because she gets it for winning.
Winning. I like it. Well played.
So there's a little fun fact for you. Racing for kittens out here.
Racing for kittens. We got Ramsey Trainer out there on the course. That's the other half of that Trainer Racing team. Mr. Rowdy Boy himself. He has some great merch. Again, we do our Featured Driver Friday, thanks to Bree for setting that up. I think what I might do is we might have his shirts, just because he has some of the coolest merch, and he's a kid, which is even cooler, I think. It's a picture of him.
32.527.
32.527. That is our new leader.
Wow. Again, he has a picture of him holding a trophy on his own T-shirt. I'm like, that's pretty slick.
Yeah, we have a lot of great merch from many of our drivers, and that's kind of what prompted us doing the Featured Driver Friday. Was we just wanted to be able to show the love and represent for all of our drivers that share their merch with us. So Colby Reich was our featured driver yesterday. We had some of those green 8-Up Racing shirts on. Speaking of green, Lincoln Phelps out on the course now. Got some Tim Cameron color scheme going on, it looks like, with that black and neon.
37.064 for Lincoln Phelps. That black and green chassis kind of looked like Ethan Martin up there for a minute. I mean, obviously a much smaller vehicle, but
scaled down.
Much quieter as well. Laney Feltner sitting on line.
Laney Feltner took third place from our season opener at Windrock a few weeks ago.
I think we have fans yelling. We have course workers yelling, go, go. It's so neat. Again, just everybody kind of gets into it and is just so enthusiastic about our youth class. Again, they are taking off hard out of that race line starting gate. Again, you can see the Mickey Thompson and the SCS Gearbox flags waving out there. Again, a little bit easier course for the youth class, obviously, but they're still crossing some of those caverns that are just bouncing through there in these little youth rigs. 39.548 for Laney Feltner.
I'm sure the kids are just glad to not be wheels deep in mud.
Oh, man.
Like they were at Windrock.
It was literally just, they would get stuck and they have to just slowly go. Dads were pushing them around the course. And it was kind of funny to watch a kid just have to have his dad literally just trudge behind him as he's walking.
All right, we've got Kinley Havens out on the course. It's like they're playing Mario Kart out there.
It really is kind of. Again, watch him kind of just pinball through this thing. Again, these are also rear-wheel drive vehicles. These are not four-wheel drive, the smaller carts for the kids.
I need someone to, throw banana peels out while they're racing.
They would probably avoid them.
Do like a Bowser or Princess Peach scheme. 38.745 for Kinley Havens. We've got Ridge Brown, I believe, on the line now.
And I think this will almost... All right. Justin just confirmed this will be our last race of the first course of the UTV youth class.
And then we're going to run it back and let them go ahead and run course 2.
Oh, no. Again, you can see
Daniel Heckley with the assist.
Dads and course workers and media people and spectators out there. It's so neat to see how much support our youth racers get.
$43.553. We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you that rundown from round 1 and head right into round 2 for our youth class.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound, Powerply 3-ply construction, improved 4-pitch side biters, proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, we are back. We had finished course 1 for our UTV drivers.
Our youth class, I'll give you guys the top 3 rundown from round 1. Ramsey Trainer had the fastest time with a 32.5. Then Hunter Vargo right behind him with a 32.8. And then Miss Dallas Heckley with a 35, rounding out your top 3. Looks like Clara Hoback on the line.
Again, this will be course 2 for our youth class.
Clara's got a beautiful new wrap on her buggy.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, she was excited to show it to me when I rode with them here from Middle Tennessee when I got to their house, and she asked if I'd seen it yet, and I was like, no, I didn't. I just, didn't go back there and look. So
that's super
she had
neat.
to take me and show me.
Yeah.
It looks great. She's got those Super Grip tires on there, doing work today. So if Clara wins again, does that mean she gets 2 kittens?
Oh, that's a slippery slope.
How many kittens are going to end up in the Hoback household after this season?
It is. It is. That is a slippery slope, Bree. I was thinking that was looking like a new wrap. I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, it looks good. Got the ombre pink.
Yeah, I like it.
Got like a honeycomb design on it.
I like it. Looks really sharp. Again, it's really neat to see.
Got her sponsors there on the side.
Really neat to see some of the youth racers kind of take on that bigger appeal.
Another fun thing about the youth class, not only are they learning, just how to drive in general and having fun out here, but Clara has been learning her states in school, and one way she's remembered them is by remembering all her friends from racing and what state they're from.
Okay.
And that's how she's keeping it in her brain.
I like it, and that works.
That's a
34.846 for Clara. And then we were talking about the running order being odds and evens, and she said that's how she knows her odds and evens numbers.
Okay.
Is from because we do it on race days for running order.
As long as you learn it, it doesn't matter how.
So it goes beyond just learning how to drive and having fun. These kids are learning some other stuff, some legit stuff out here. Ramsey Trainer out on the course now. Ramsey had our fastest time from round 1. See if he can pull it off again.
There he goes.
Looking pretty good for Ramsey.
32.216. Mr. Ramsey Trainer. Mr. Rowdy Boy himself.
Lincoln Phelps on the line now.
Yep.
Got Lincoln Phelps coming off the line here. Again, that black and green.
UTV drivers, Bounty Hill drivers, Bounty class, y'all start getting ready. Y'all are going to be next. Tough act to follow, but y'all better suit up anyway.
All right, Lincoln. $35.614 for Lincoln Phelps. Where's everybody tuning in from right now on Hillside Live? And are you cheering on one of our youth drivers? I see Carrie Brown saying, "Let's go, Ridge Runner." That's a good name. Good
That's a
name.
good one.
And way to go, Hunter. Who else do we have out there cheering on your favorite little youth driver?
I said I've heard of Rum Runner. Old Scott Goforth.
Kinley Havens on the course now.
Again, Kinley having that purple window nets looking good.
So all of our drivers out here in all classes, since you mentioned window nets, Matt, one of our safety requirements is that they need to have either a window net or have wrist restraints on. Obviously, in the event of something like a rollover, we don't want any hands coming out of the vehicle at any point. So that's what that requirement is for.
35.457 for Kinley Havens.
Lainey Feltner on the line. It looks like there's a little pink mouth on the front of that buggy.
Kind of does, doesn't it?
I still think that a land rush start
would be the greatest thing ever.
Would be highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Justin Hoback and I were talking about that, and he said, I don't think I want Clara to do that, though, because she gets aggressive.
Oh, yeah. I think our youth racers are very competitive.
They'd be rubbing.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, that hill ain't going to change. UTV drivers, get to your buggies.
Taylor, can you ask him to repeat that, please?
That's a 36.619.
36.619 for Lainey Feltner.
See Justin Wills getting them all lined up there. Got Ridge Brown up there on the line. Ripping out of that race line starting gate. Again, got the rock rings and cage to match.
His mom's cheering him on from home. She says, floor it, kiddos. I think he is flooring it.
Again, these do not
it's a big
have
hill for a little buggy.
These do not have a ton of power, and again, are only rear-wheel drive. .993 for Mr. Ridge Brown and the Ridge Runner.
Just give them a few more years. We'll be seeing some of these kids in full-size UTVs.
I think so.
We saw Brantley Havens in the stock class UTV stock class yesterday, and he raced with us in the youth class the past couple seasons. Aged out of that and moved on up a class. Did a great job.
Hey guys, could y'all not walk through the finish line for us real quick while we're racing? I ain't gonna call no names, DC, but yeah.
Dallas Heckley coming off the race line starting gate.
I think it's Blake Heckley.
Blake Heckley. Oh.
I mean, Balake Heckley.
The other Heckley.
Yeah, it's one of those Heckleys.
The sassiest Heckley.
Yeah, I'd say they're both pretty sassy, though. Like, that's a hard contest.
Okay.
And I would say their mom and dad are both about equally sassy, too. So I can't pick one I get it from, you know. You can see those small UTVs just absolutely just bouncing through some of those ruts.
That's a
37.546 for Blake.
37.546, Balake Heckley.
So we had an all-girls podium at Winrock.
Okay.
Interested to see how things shake out today. Our two fastest times on course one were the boys. We had Ramsey and Hunter. See how things shake out. Round two. Sadie Ellison out on the course now. Right now we have 3 drivers with times in the 35s.
Wow. Again, really tight times. Again, we see that with the big bouncers too. It's crazy. You know, from youth class to big bouncers, having such a long course, and yet they're still that tight of a time. 37.314 for Sadie Ellison. Again, that's another 37.
Looks like Ava Garner on the line now. Ava had a second place finish at Wind Rock a few weeks ago.
You just Zach yelling, go, go, go. Again, it's great to see all of our online fans yelling also for the children, cheering them on.
Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live.
It's great to see all the parents giving the kids a pep talk.
Absolutely.
It's like, you can do it, buddy. But to be fair, us bouncer drivers do the same thing to each other. Like, hey, it's fine, you got it. 34.954.
Everybody needs a pep talk sometimes.
They really do.
Even the right start line's dancing.
It does look like our race line starting gate's just dancing out there.
It does kind of look that way.
If you guys are just joining us, welcome to the show. You're hanging out with Bree and Matt on Hillside Live. We are at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky this weekend for an awesome couple of days of racing. We have completed round 1 of our UTV Bounty, Bouncer, and UTV Youth classes. We are on round 2 for UTV Youth right now. We're just a couple drivers away from wrapping that up, and then we'll be moving back into round 2 for our Bounty and Bouncer classes. Y'all make sure you're watching from that Rock Racing TV Facebook page if you want us to be able to see your comments, answer any questions, and interact with everybody. Come on, Collier. This is Collier Hoback, our youngest racer in the youth class. Apparently, he and his sister Clara have a little track in the yard at home that they get to practice on. And when the two of them are out there together, you know it's a little different when you can see your competition on the course with you.
Especially when it's your sibling.
45.029 for Collier. But word on the street is he was actually pulling away from his sister a little bit the other day. But I think that's where Clara's aggression comes into play then, when she can see her target on the course in front of her.
I could only imagine
those
bumper
two. Cars action.
Especially after a couple of laps, they both get in the car feeling warmed up, feeling comfortable. I could see them two really going after it.
Dallas Heckley on the line now, and then we've just got Hunter Vargo, and that'll wrap up our youth class. Get it, Dallas.
She is zooming through there. You can hear Daniel down there yelling, "Go, go, go!" 34.880, Miss Dallas Heckley.
All right, Ramsey Trainer had the fastest time on course 1, and it currently has the fastest time on course 2. But we've got Hunter Vargo on the line right now. He was our second fastest on course 1.
Ooh.
Let's see if he can get that top spot for round 2.
Also looks like he has a pretty legit wrap over there.
Yeah, looking sharp.
Last but not least, on the line, Hunter Vargo. There you go. lift. He's got a good run.
Just ripping through there. What's going to be his time?
Oh, 32.922. Wow. Man, he was just behind Ramsey. Those two battling it out. Let me give you a quick rundown. Ramsey Trainer took the top spot with a 32.2, and then Hunter Vargo just now with a 32.9.
Wow.
Let's see what we've got after
just
that.
Just squeaked in right behind him. I mean, tenths of a second difference.
Dallas Heckley then with a 34.8. Ava Garner with a 34.9.
Wow.
Let's get our top five. Let me see who's rounding out top five.
It's incredible how close they are.
Wait a second. We've got another 34 in here. Clara Hoback is actually in the third spot with a 34.846.
Wow.
Then Dallas Heckley with a 34.880, and Ava Garner with that 34.9.
Wow.
So we had Ramsey, Hunter, Clara, Dallas, and Ava. Those are your top five for round two for the youth class. Heck of a day of racing for our young drivers. Yeah. Well done, everybody. We are going to go to a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with all that bounty and bouncer action, so don't go far.
What you want, what you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ. Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to all the live racing action here going on Wildcat Off-Road Park with the National Rock Racing Association. Race number 2 presented by Mickey Thompson. And today's race is brought to you by SCS Gearboxes. Again, you can see that absolutely beautiful drone shot there. Again, showing the crowd, showing the course. You got the access road there around. Again, just how gnarly some of this course really is. Again, the crowd is definitely packed in here. Beautiful weather today. And we have Bounty Series lining up.
We do. And speaking of lining up, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown of our top 5 lineup from round 1 for the UTV Bounty class. Cooper Bentley took the top spot with a 95. Then we had Nathaniel Bell with a 102. Nathan King running for his sister Madison with a 107. Josh Krapinski with a 109 and Robert Trainer with a 121. We also had a few kind of unexpected DNFs on round 1 for the Bounty class. So we had some belt carnage. Yeah. So hopefully we'll see all those guys lining back up and getting another go at it for round 2. Who's on the line? Looks like we got Cooper Bentley out there.
Again, Guy definitely getting his work done today, racing the UTV Bounty and Big Rock Bouncers. Definitely, he's in the starting gate.
And crushing it.
He really is. He's doing very well. I was looking at Justin to see if we can get an OK symbol. I see Keith pulling out there, getting our recovery crew already. Again, side-by-sides are usually a little easier to recover, so you usually take a couple guys, flip them over. Bigger bouncers, we pretty much have to have Keith.
Thank you, as always, to Keith and all of our recovery volunteers for helping us do what we do here on race days. Safety and recovery is obviously a huge part of a race day out here and a top priority, so we're so grateful for everybody that helps us with that. Thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors for also helping us do what we do here at the NRRA, and man, it takes a village to do something like this, from our sponsors and recovery to our media people and our fire and EMS teams that we have on site, to our pit teams that keep everything running smoothly and keep the drivers lined up, to our safety, our starting line folks on the line doing that last safety check for all of our drivers.
Again, media people, you talk about the media people. We have a lot of cameramen on the hill and camera ladies, eating dust, eating rocks, dodging trees as they're whipping by, helping us get those great shots so you, the viewer at home, can really get that absolutely immersive experience. So shout out to all those guys, as well as our media people. I know Addictive Photography's out there. Bub Meadows doing photography for us. We got High Octane Films. We have Mad Rem 11, Busted Knuckle Films, all getting great content, which, Matt teased about how he's trying to get that out there the next day. So we appreciate that. And again, it gives all our viewership back home kind of a cool highlight reel. So we appreciate them and all that they do for us. All right, I think we're making sure. Speaking of cameras, I think we're making sure our cameras are all ready to go, making sure our course is clear, making sure our recovery crew is ready.
Matt, do you have any predictions for round 2 of the Bounty class?
You know what? Any predictions I think I could come up with were dismayed and destroyed by the first round. So, I honestly don't even know. It's total chaos at this point with the Bounty Series.
I mean, Cooper Bentley just needs to lay down a nice smooth run right now.
He really does. Again, he came out and kind of set it on fire with that fastest time on course 1. So we'll see what he can do here on course 2. So right now, sitting on the top of that podium, but. Again, Cooper's definitely going to try to get up there and rip it. But, again, they're basically doing the course backwards on the second course. So if you notice, they're not going over to that far right side now. They're coming over. They're doing some of the hills on the left, and then they'll be doing the wrapping up with that course on the right, all that dirt you see, all those different lane choices.
Also, Cooper had to go first on both hills for the Bounty class because he was a late entry, and we always run late entries first when we do odds and evens. whoever draws that number 1 spot, of course, doesn't go first on the second hill because we switched to evens. But if you're a late entry, you stay at the beginning no matter what. So Cooper's just out here showing everybody the line.
Yes.
That's what he's doing.
As Timmy would say, he's just knocking the leaves off. He's knocking the dust off.
Oh.
Oh, no. Come on, Cooper. Again, there's so many lanes over there. Again, making sure you're picking a quick lane choice, but as well as making sure you're in the correct lanes, not hitting any flags. Definitely, you want to make sure you're quick over there. Again, pulling with that. So definitely making sure quick work of that section there. Again, Cooper Bentley over there just absolutely crushing it right now. See what kind of finishing time he's going to end up with here.
101.114 for Cooper Bentley. We'll see how that time holds up for the rest of round 2 in the UTV Bounty class.
The drone taking off. Like, sounds like a sewing machine firing up.
A sewing machine?
Yeah.
Do you fire up a lot of sewing machines?
No, I have some sewing that gets done from time to time. I have a new lanyard I just made that's teal, the same color as the buggy. That way when I go to trade shows. Like the PRI show we attended earlier this year.
Austin Connell out on the course now.
We, for those of you who didn't see, me and Bree were at the PRI show. We unveiled the National Rock Racing Association's yearly schedule at the event, the Mickey Thompson booth. So that was really cool to be there and see that. Again, shout out to Mickey Thompson for helping put that all together. Again, this is a super steep climb with a ledge that you kind of have to, like, shoot at an angle, right? Oh, no. He had the perfect entry. You just have to be able to keep your momentum going there because, again, that is such a crazy ride.
Man, that gives you a little appreciation for how Cooper was able to make this course look pretty easy.
Go, baby. There we go. There we go. I think he's up. He's in the trees. Oh, man. Again, that is so steep right there.
It really is. I know we say it a lot, but you guys are just going to have to trust us.
And if you do not make it, you do not want to be sitting there for long. So, again, you can see a lot of those guys throwing it in reverse and backing down to kind of pick a better line.
Just take your time. Sit there and look at it. That'll help.
Zach.
Just look at it.
Honorary man, Zach.
When I get to a hill like that, that's what I do. I look at it.
Look at you. Look at it. Oh, my goodness. Honorary man, Zach.
I don't think Austin broke anything.
No. I think he's definitely trying to come in from that right side. You see there's some of the recovery crew over there checking to make sure he's okay.
Oh, we do have the broke
signal.
Oh,
dang
another belt?
He has broken his belt. With a whipping like that, I'm not surprised.
Zach said, with a whipping like that, I'm surprised. Yeah. And again, he was putting an absolute beat down on that machine, backing up and really thrashing. Going from that right-hand side to that left-hand side is the angle I think you're going to see most guys shoot from today. And definitely putting a beat down on that machine. Unfortunately, some belts do not last as long as others. And again, it's crazy.
As we have seen multiple times so far today in our bounty class.
And again, we've seen guys at Hammers before, that come out and they might go a mile or they might go the whole race on the same belt. It's just kind of crazy. And again, clutches come into play there and weights, and there's so much stuff you can do to kind of get that dialed in. And you want good grip, but you don't want to grip too fast because you can snap it. So, again, there's that kind of fine line, that teeter-totter to make sure you're getting good traction, but at the same time, not breaking a belt. But Unfortunately, tough luck today. We've seen several drivers in the AM. Unfortunately, 7 drivers this afternoon that are all having that same issue. But, Cooper Bentley still sitting on the top of that box, it looks like.
Cooper's rocking the bounty class today.
So I would say it's at least going to be on the podium again, just depending on how the afternoon shakes out right now.
Looks like Austin's easing on back down the hill.
Again, you can see that wind kicking up a little bit there, keeping those banners flickering. Again, luckily we do have a little bit of breeze today, which helps keep kind of that dust down, especially if you're on the course and you're ripping around. The last thing you want is to be, having to deal with dust. So we do appreciate a little bit of a breeze on the course. Again, and it was a nice, beautiful weather today. We could not really ask for better weather out here. Again, it sounds like Robert Trainer's getting fired up over there. I see Keith coming back down the hill.
Okay, that was pretty painless. Next. Cooper just makes this stuff look too easy, in my opinion.
All right, I think we've got Austin recovered off the course.
Next up,
Robert Trainer sitting on go.
All right, they said the clock's on. Let's see what
So his son Ramsey Trainer is taking home first place in the youth class today.
Wow.
No pressure, Robert.
No pressure.
Let's see what the other half of the team trainer can do out here.
Go, baby, go.
Oh,
there we go.
Hopping right
there
up.
There we go, yeah. Again, for the side-by-sides, that is such a massive ledge.
Man, that really doesn't look like anything on camera. It's kind of annoying, really.
Yeah.
Matt and I sit here and watch it, and then we turn around and see in person what it looks like. And we're like, man, it's not the same.
Yeah.
No, you could not drive your
whatever
you think you can take up there.
Unless you're in a full tilt bouncer, it ain't gonna make it.
Oh, where'd he go?
Man.
Oh, no.
Dang it. You hate to see that.
Another just random tip over.
Yeah. And again, it was super soft, too. It wasn't like it was a violent rollover or anything. Again, we've seen that several times today.
Hey, at least one trainer's taking home a trophy today.
Several course workers get over there and get them flipped back over. Bill, our recovery expert, and I see a couple other guys over there. It does take a few guys. You can't flip it over with one. But
this is like our fifth just like little tip over.
It really is.
I mean, and all our bounty driver, and even a couple of our bouncers.
Yeah, have just my brother calls it a flop. When I was like, I rolled it over, and he's like, nah, don't be dramatic. It's a flop. I'm like, okay.
It's just a fainting goat.
It is, and only in the off-road community could a guy roll his vehicle over and be like, yeah, dude, don't church it up. It's just a flop, all right? Like, it's not. Don't be talking that trash, you know. It's again, you hate to see that, but luckily it was just a soft rollover, so hopefully there's no repairs needed.
No harm done.
Yeah.
Robert still doesn't look too happy about it, though. Understandably. Man, Cooper's definitely set the bar high today in our UTV bounty class. He was the first one out the gate on both courses. He had the fastest time far and away on course 1, and so far is the only one to complete course 2. Looking like a pretty good day for Cooper so far.
Yeah, no, he's crushing right now. And again, I think having that competitive edge of driving a side-by-side on the bouncer course can help you get a better feel for it and really kind of play into driving your bouncer on it later. So I've often wondered if some of the UTV bounty guys, that race bouncers aren't like, hey, this is kind of a great time to test and tune. Again, we've seen that with a lot of our UTV stock drivers yesterday. Jay Stords, Daniel Heckley, Brandon Davis, some of those guys are racing that, and again, it's a pretty similar course, so they're getting a good feel for it, getting some seat time, and really just feeling it out.
If nothing else, they're cementing the course layout in their mind.
Yes. Knowing how fast they need to hit some of those hills. Looks like you got to fire it back up. You can see some of that smoke pouring out there, but luckily got it back on its own power, and again, hopefully didn't scratch up that purple paint too much.
Priorities. Did our other bounty drivers all get scared? I don't see anybody at the starting line right now.
Can get everybody figured out down the starting line. Looks like we've had 3 drivers so far. I see the orange paint, the orange 01 on the side. And again, this is Nathan King racing for his sister Madison King.
Nathan had a 3rd place finish on course 1.
Next up, Nathan King.
Let's see if he can get Madison on the podium today.
He's definitely going to try.
Madison did race for herself in the Cup class yesterday, but she's got a bit of a knee injury right now and didn't want to push it too much. It is her right knee. That's pretty important foot when you're racing. So
it kind of is.
Luckily, she's got a very capable brother to stand in for her.
Absolutely.
Nicely done.
Super smooth.
There you go. He allowed y'all a really good look at slow motion climbing that hill.
Just trying to get some points for his sister here. Keep her pole position going for the season here.
Because our series is based on points, those drivers that are committed to the season and are in the points chase, to miss even one race can set you, really far back and make the season, and that can be difficult to come back from.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why we've got a lot of, stand-in drivers or stunt doubles, as we sometimes call them. If a driver is not able to race, like Madison today or Cody Kaysen yesterday, they definitely don't want to sacrifice those points if they're committed to the season.
Yeah. 99.998.
That's faster than Cooper's time. All right, we've got a new leader, 99.9 from Nathan King. Cooper now in second with a 101. And those are our only 2 finishers so far, round 2 for our UTV Bounty class. Nathaniel Bell is on the line now. He had the 2nd fastest time on course 1. He also took home the win from our season opener at Windrock a couple weeks ago.
Smooth road going so far. We got clearly some family here, friends here cheering him on. Woo! Getting a little squirrely up there.
I'd say he's on par with Nathan and Cooper's runs right now.
He is ripping through there. Whoa! Leaping out the top.
You can't park there.
No.
Dang it. Had a smoking run going.
I'm not going to say that, but I agree. We all see it. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I think that's a TC chassis.
I believe
isn't
so. I believe so. I actually think I asked him that last time. I think he said it was.
Gas it, gas it, gas it.
Definitely has that look to
It
it,
does.
and it's got the black and green.
Yes.
106.606 for Nathaniel Bell.
106.606. That's a lot of sixes.
Josh Krapinski on the line now. I think that's the first time I messed it up.
Get that Jack syndrome.
I hope he wins just because he had to grow up with the last name Karpinski. He deserves a win.
And those are giant boulders compared to that side-by-side. Bouncers, they don't look as bad, but when you get a side-by-side on top, they look just so huge.
And Josh is pulling like an Ironman weekend and doing all three classes of UTVs. He raced stock and cup yesterday. Oh, come on.
Hopefully he can cut it back or cut it forth. There we go. There we go.
So this is his sixth go at this hillside.
Yeah, he's definitely he's in that Brandon Davis put a beating on your rig type situation. Whoa!
Oh.
It's fine. That'll buff
It's
out.
all right. It's good. It's fine.
Zach, that's fine. It'll buff out. Yeah.
Little known fact, Josh didn't even spell his own name through middle school. Not because it's hard, it's because he's Josh.
Oh, no.
Come on.
Remember we were talking a little bit earlier about finding your rhythm coming up all these ledges. You don't want to get bellied out like that, and you don't want to be rearing up in the way up in the air vertical on all of them either. So there's definitely a good balance you've got to find.
Again, that perfect balance is very important. We've seen a couple guys just hit it a little too hard, a little spicy, and land up top.
And it depends so much, on your different wheelbase between our UTV and our bouncer classes, and even within the classes, the power and momentum that you've got rolling into it, how much you're on the gas. There's a pretty good amount of traction out here today too, with how dry it is. We've seen that with a couple of the rollovers that we've had.
There we go. 125.311 for Josh Krapinski.
125.311.
DC Thompson on the line.
We got DC Thompson to the main stage.
Again, I think he unveiled this same chassis 2 years ago here. The newer chassis. Him and Wade were out playing around with it a little bit.
Speaking of having a distinctive design in a chassis, DC's is also one of those that you can always recognize.
Very iconic.
belt blow on hill 1 recently, so he's trying to make up a little time on hill 2. Let's see if he can do it.
Come on. Again, that side kind of walking that hill is kind of the best way to do it. And again, just be able to get that front end over once it starts to grab, keep pushing, and definitely working your way up. Great job, DC. Woof. Launching down there.
DC was unfortunately one of our DNFs from round 1 due to a broken belt. So hopefully he can get a finish for himself here.
Again, taking his time, checking up a little bit on some of those downhills. Those are big ledges for a side-by-side. And those drop-offs are pretty gnarly. Through the finish line he goes.
Nice.
That's a
120.578 for DC Thompson. Nathan King is in the lead still with a 99.9. Then Cooper Bentley with a 101. Nathaniel Bell with a 106 are your top 3 currently. Casey Howell's on the line.
All right, Casey Howell. Let's see what he's got.
Slinging it across that ledge.
He kind of came down that like he was scared. Okay.
And Casey's run is going to wrap up our UTV bounty class for the day. Straight up the middle. Oh.
Man.
Recalibrate. Head for that left side. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you never know until you try.
Yep.
You got to test the line a little bit.
Still a really good time.
103.008 for Casey Howell. Not bad, not bad. Let me do some quick math here.
Again, we're going to get our race results here for our UTV Bounty Series.
Nathan King had the fastest time with a 99, and then Cooper Bentley with a 101, Casey Howell with a 103, Nathaniel Bell with a 106. Then we had DC Thompson with a 120, and Josh Krapinski with a 125.
Wow. Again, a couple DNFs there. Those guys absolutely take such a beating with that class. So, again, a shout out to all of our UTV Bounty guys. Now we're moving to our bouncers. So it's gonna be a great time, and we'll be back with awesome racing action here at Wildcat Off-Road Park right after these messages.
these people had one thing in common. You know, they knew they had it in themselves. They knew they could be something beyond where they were. They were willing to put their time, their energies to better themselves. And it's very important to surround yourself with people who are better than you are. You are going to move in the direction of the people you associate with. Look for the people that actually are examples to you. I've never seen a business, and I've seen a lot of businesses, but I've never seen one that delights the customer, that doesn't succeed. You long forget about the price, but you never forget whether you had a good experience. I will remember how I was treated when I bought it.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What is up, everybody? We are back here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky for the second race of the National Rock Racing Association, and we have bouncers sitting on the line. It's going to be a great day of racing. We have beautiful weather here. But first, Bree's got some stuff for us.
That's right. I was able to catch up with our winner from Windrock, Timmy Cameron, and we caught up with him and got a little interview after our awards at Windrock. So we want to share that with you guys. We're going to head to that interview right now, and then when we come back, we've got all that round 2 Rock Bouncer action. All right, guys, we just wrapped up our day of racing here at Windrock Park, the season opener for the NRRA. I'm here with winner of the bouncer class, Tim Cameron. Timmy, you are no stranger to the podium, no stranger to carrying around one of these trophies. What were your thoughts on today's race here at Windrock Park?
You know, Windrock's always an awesome, fun place to come race. You know, the elements kind of battled us this weekend a little bit. Of course, it was crazy muddy, but hey, sun's shining. We got a good Lord above to bless us, so hey, had an awesome time. Was able to win yesterday in UTV class and take the W today in the bouncer class, so I'm happy and collect a few points because, you know, it's a long season ahead.
Yeah, and more than just a few points because you took the bonus line today as well, and you got those extra 13 too. How much do you think that might come into play this season?
Hey, you never know. I mean, there's been times there's a few of the guys we've battled all the way to the end. It comes down to just a few points, so try to get what you can when you can. But yeah, that was cool to have a bonus line. I don't really remember having many bonus lines in the past as an option, you know. So that was a new, unique thing Clyde threw in there.
Awesome. And again, great interview there, Bree, with Timmy Cameron.
Yeah, always fun to catch up with Timmy and all of our drivers here at the events. We are ready to move into round 2 for the RCV Bouncer Cup class. I see Justin Wheels on the line in Matt Holt's own bouncer.
That hyperactive rock bouncer, that teal and white wrap, looking great. Again, it's going to be a great time. This is the first time I've actually seen my bouncer go without me in it, so this is a very interesting experience. So
you're kind of having you're having an out-of-buggy experience now, Matt.
I had a 20-year reunion a few years ago, and I had to literally, the minute we were done racing, jump in a vehicle and race back to Illinois. So my buddies and my brother were able to load the bouncer and get everything put away. So they got to talk about it a little later, you know, what it was like to be in the buggy. But definitely a good time.
All right, this is Justin Wheels racing for Matt Holt today.
And this is our first bouncer on the second course of the day at our second race of the National Rock Racing Association, brought to you by Mickey Thompson. And today is presented by SCS Gearbox.
Go with it, baby.
Come on.
Now, Matt, you're feeling pretty confident about how the buggy's going to handle these hills today because You're no stranger to racing here at Wildcat.
No, we just again, like I said, we raced here last year. I was able to make both of these courses last year, and it was a little wet, so hopefully he can get a finish out of this. Again, every hill has its own features, so everything varies from day to day. So you can even do something one day and the next day not climb it. So hopefully it'll hopefully get a finish out of it. We'll see. Again, our UTV Bounty Series was definitely a mixed bag of what happened from rollovers to broken belts today. So it's hard telling what some of the bouncers are going to do.
Maybe if you back down in the pits, you're going to run and start from there.
Again, shout out to all our online viewers.
Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's a little funny, I admit it, but don't laugh. Man, if he had the rest of the
That's, again, backing up, getting a little bit of run out. Again, walking that far right side, kind of coming over, I think is what you're going to see a lot of the bouncer guys do.
Come on, Justin. Hammer down.
Come on. Ooh.
Oh.
Whoa. Getting spicy with there. Again, watching that front end launch up, again, you're going to see some of the drivers kind of hit that far right side and kind of ride it over to the left. We had a few of the bouncer driver or the side-by-side UTV drivers do that. So,
oh man!
Dang it!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Come on!
Dang it!
Oh man, Matt, what's it feel like to be watching your own buggy roll over?
It happens.
It does happen.
It does
that's
happen.
for sure.
I think I heard Clyde say that he broke an axle. So we'll get home, tear it apart, and go from there.
That's about all you can do sometimes. Well, shout out to Justin Wills.
Yep. Again, did a great job.
Let's check out a little replay presented by Rock Racing TV.
It looks like they're flipping over all by hand almost. Again, came down, landed right there, was still just quite, had the art of the momentum going over, but unfortunately it was, again.
Man, I thought he could have almost backed up out of that.
Again, there's so much going on when you're bouncing, being thrashed from side to side. You're not really sure 100% what's going on. So
plus, he is in kind of a tricky spot on the hill.
It really is. It is. So
it doesn't look like as much from camera, of course, but
you only have about a vehicle-wide path up there. So kind of figure out what you're doing and how to do it quickly while you're turning over is kind of interesting. But
it's a lot to process.
Yeah, it is. Again, that hyperactive rock bouncer did great work. So shout out to all my sponsors. Mickey Thompson Tires is one of them. So obviously got great traction today. Unfortunately, sometimes you just don't have enough power. Have a little more power. But Keith Toolman's going up there.
Weren't you going to put a supercharger on?
We're working on it. We're working on it.
Okay. All right.
Working on it.
Work faster, Matt.
Yeah, I know. Getting my good buddy Justin Wills getting some seat time today. The Angry Barney is his buggy. You've typically seen him race.
Well, I'm sure he was happy for that, too, because they drove all the way from North Carolina to come and hang out and watch for the weekend. So I bet he had fun getting to unexpectedly get behind the wheel today.
Yeah, so he enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. And again, like I said, Justin Wills, heck of a driver. I'm trying to see what we got in the starting gate over there. I just see the grill.
Looks like Billy Holman.
All right. Mr. Ho-Man. He said, just say it like ho, like howdy ho. I said, perfect.
I'm sure that's exactly how it said.
I said, I'm writing that down, actually. So I literally wrote it down as we were talking and talked about what his buggy was and what it used to be called a little bit. So, again, great to see him out here doing some racing. So it's awesome. Again, I like seeing all of our new drivers come out. We have a couple new bouncers racing with us. A lot of fun. Again, Mark Carpenter's got his new wrap on there. I'm pretty excited about it.
We've got a couple not new faces, but ones that we haven't seen around in a little bit as well coming back out today. So good time here at Wildcat Off-Road Park this weekend. While we've got a little bit of a break in the action right now, let's go ahead and do a rundown of our top 5 in the RCB Bouncer Cup class from Course 1. Timmy Cameron had the fastest time with an 89. Then we had Daniel Heckley with a 98.0, Nick Reich with a 98.3, and Cooper Bentley with a 98.6.
Wow.
And then we had Clint Garrison with a 104 rounding out the top 5 from course 1.
Timmy with that 89. I mean, just came out with that new buggy. And, I mean, I'll tell you, it's like just a really souped-up side-by-side. Just smoked this course. Again, setting a quick time. And he was one of our early runners right out the gate. So, again, he has a little more, being one of those odd numbers, he has a little bit longer draw. So he kind of sit back, watch what people are doing, watch how the course develops. So that's super huge. And as it kind of develops, they can go from there and see what's happening and, figure that out. So.
Who turned on the wind special effects?
Little debris here.
We got a special appearance from this caution tape behind us.
Yeah.
Keep showing up.
But definitely an awesome day of racing action going again. Great weather here at Wildcat Off-Road Park for the second race.
We are enjoying a beautiful sunny weekend. Definitely a nice change after all the mud that we raced in at Windrock for our season opener. Turning out to be a beautiful Easter weekend here for round 2 of the National Rock Racing Association, presented by Mickey Thompson. And this weekend brought to us by SCS Gearbox. So huge thank you to those guys and all of our sponsors for helping us do what we do. We are going to step out for a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back with more of that RCV Bouncer Cup action.
What you want. No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
These people had one thing in common. They knew they had it in themselves. They knew they could be something beyond where they were. They were willing to put their time, their energies to better themselves. And it's very important to surround yourself with people who are better than you are. You are going to move in the direction of the people you associate with. Look for the people that actually are examples to you. I've never seen a business, and I've seen a lot of businesses, but I've never seen one that delights the customer, that doesn't succeed. You long forget about the price, but you never forget when you had a good experience. I will remember how I was treated when I bought it.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Power ply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
What you want? What you want? No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
The Mickey Thompson Premium Mud Terrain is on the road and full of undisputed attitude. The Baja Boss MT. No compromises, ever. We are purpose-built tires for truck and Jeep enthusiasts everywhere. All mud tires are not created equal, and here's the proof. Powerfly XD construction, asymmetrical tread design, extreme side biters, and more. Find your tire size today at MickeyThompsonTires.com.
Welcome back to the RCV Bouncer Cup Class, Round 2. We have completed our recovery and are ready to keep things rocking and rolling out here at Wildcat Off-Road Park. Thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live. You're hanging out with Bree and Matt for Round 2 of the NRRA, presented by Mickey Thompson. This weekend brought to us by SCS Gearbox. We've got Billy Homan on the line. He has been waiting patiently to unleash the old Benny Boy buggy on the hill.
And he is set to kill right now. He's ready to go. He's excited.
I would like to know the story behind the name of this buggy.
Yeah.
I should have asked him. Old Benny Boy.
I like his panels, how they're all like, kind of cool riveted, or kind of cool like the nut cap bolts there. Looks pretty sharp.
Things are already going much better for Billy so far from round one.
Wow. That motor can sing, baby. Listen to it. Again, that motor was absolutely singing. Go, baby, go!
This is only Billy's second race ever.
Wow.
His first race was with us at Windrock for the season opener. And that's a tough first race to, get your feet wet and rock racing with. So glad to see him back out here with us again.
Cool, Shirley's watching with us. You can see we may have a very difficult day on our hands. Again, we saw some of the side-by-sides kind of skip through it. Again, bouncers do weigh a lot more than some of the side-by-sides, so maybe maybe we see some more issues with the bouncers. We'll keep you guys posted and let you know.
Not sure what the issue is on the hill right now for Billy. Got our recovery crew checking on him. It sounds like he has either the buggy cut off or he cut it off. At any rate, it's not running.
Yeah.
We have movement.
Yeah.
Where's everybody watching from today? All our folks joining us on Hillside Live. Y'all having a nice sunny spring weekend like we are here at Wildcat?
Yeah, you really couldn't ask for beautiful weather, Bree. Our recovery crew, I think, is wondering if they're going to be needed or not. I see Keith tooling up there. You can see him pulling up, but I think he's hesitant because he's not sure if they're going to need him or not. We'll see. I think Zach was saying they might have broke a drive shaft. Again, that's a great cool shot of the top of Keith Toolin's rig there. Appreciate all he does for us racers.
Taylor, do you have that Tim Cameron interview queued up still? Timmy was our winner from the season opener at Windrock, and he is sitting in first right now from round one for the RCV Bouncer Cup class. So for those of you that missed this interview, this was a post-race interview from Windrock. Let's go ahead and throw that up here while we are getting Billy Homan recovered off the hill. All right, guys, we just wrapped up our day of racing here at Windrock Park, the season opener for the NRRA. I'm here with winner of the Bouncer class, Tim Cameron. Timmy, you are no stranger to the podium, no stranger to carrying around one of these trophies. What were your thoughts on today's race here at Windrock Park?
You know, Windrock's always an awesome, fun place to come race. You know, the elements kind of battled us this weekend a little bit. Of course, it was crazy muddy, but hey, sun's shining. We got a good Lord above to bless us, so hey, had an awesome time. Was able to win yesterday in UTV class and take the W today in the Bouncer class, so I'm happy and collect a few points because, you know, it's a long season ahead.
Yeah, and more than just a few points because you took the bonus line today as well, and you got those extra 13 too. How much do you think that might come into play this season?
Hey, you never know. I mean, there's been times, there's a few of the guys we've battled all the way to the end. It comes down to just a few points, so try to get what you can when you can. But yeah, that was cool to have a bonus line. I don't really remember having many bonus lines in the past as an option, you know. So that was a new, unique thing Clyde threw in there.
Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
All right, and speaking of interviews, we got Justin Wills up here in the booth with us.
Yes, sir. How's it going?
What's up? Normally we see you in that Digger Deep in Racing wrap, pink, purple, big bouncer, but your motor is not quite together yet.
Today you had to switch colors to teal.
Well, I looked
How
on
does
that.
It feel?
It wasn't too bad, you know. I looked on that wrap and I seen just a little bit of pink on there.
Yeah.
He must have knew I was going to drive it today.
We have some of that 90s theme going with, again, obviously Digging Deeper falls right in there with us.
Yeah.
So, Justin, you guys came out here just to hang out and watch this weekend, and you ended up running for Matt today.
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Yeah. Well, you know, I just stepped out my comfort zone, you know, and tried to get in something that was a little more of a handful. So,
Yeah.
You know, we done pretty good on the first
rowdy.
hill. You know, just kept that momentum going and made it out the top.
Yeah, I like it. Looking good.
So what happened on hill 2? Did you break a axle?
I think it did on that. If you was watching that recovery action when I kept backing and hitting that reverse, it was going pretty good. And then when I was like, you know what, we're going to make it. I slammed her down there and gave her all she had. She was about to go out the top, and then I felt something happen. And there wasn't enough reverse there.
It really isn't. And again, you have so much happening, and there's only like a one vehicle path wide there. you have so much going on. It's you can't do I turn and drive out of it? Do I slap it back, reverse? And by that time you're already on the side, so it's not really much you can do about it.
Well, Matt said there's nothing that you could do to the buggy that he hasn't already done to it.
It's true.
So he was excited for you to be able to drive for him today to have the stunt double.
Yeah. I said there's nothing he can't break on that I haven't already broken. So
I told him he was having an out of buggy experience.
Yeah,
today.
It was.
Sitting up here watching his rock bouncer on the hill.
So Matt, how did it feel when
weird.
you watched that
it's
buggy?
So weird.
Almost make it, and you was like,
oh no! It was just weird seeing the buggy without me in it. Just because I've had a couple buddies that unload it from trailers and stuff, but seeing the buggy going without me in it was definitely an experience. I do kind of like watching it. It's kind of weird seeing it going around. Definitely like an out of body experience watching it. But I was cheering you on. Showing some love. But
well, that's good. Well, I appreciate it.
And you got some other cool racing stuff happening later this year, right?
Yeah. So we're going into the Pro 4. We actually headed to Ohio to finish putting the truck together. Next week we'll dyno it, and then we'll start doing some testing. And May 18th we'll be racing in Lena, Wisconsin.
Okay.
So, and then of course Gatlin and Little Brody, they're racing the little outlaw cars at Millbridge.
Yeah.
So they're getting some racing every other Tuesday. So
okay.
That's close to home.
I've seen some pictures posted. Look kind of cool.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good.
What's Gatlin thinking of that? She's one of our youth drivers that used to race with us.
Gatlin's the mouth of the South, and she don't know anybody at that track, and so she's having a little bit of a problem with that because she likes to be in the environment and talking and chatting and everything else. So, she's got to learn a bit of the racing. It's a little bit different, It's a circle track, dirt track, and she'll get a hang of it. Brody's doing pretty good. He's pedal to the metal all the time. So he's done got 2 second-place finishes, so it's a matter of time before he gets on the top box. And being that it's circle track, you only get credit if you're in victory lane.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's always waiting around to go get on the podium, and there's no podium for second place.
No.
So. But he's doing great. They're both doing great.
Well,
that's
good.
awesome.
Glad to hear what you guys have been up to. Glad to see you back out here this weekend.
Yeah. It's at the end of the day, it's always fun watching as a spectator because you're rooting everybody on. When you're a racer, you want everybody to do good, but you're like, just mess up the hair. Leave a little bit on the table. Leave a little bit on the table. Let me get them. It's a whole lot better when there's not that pressure.
Yeah.
That's true. It's a little different sitting on sidelines and watching.
Yeah. Again, it's awesome to see you out there. And again, like I said, we're excited for some of the stuff you got going on. I try to follow you on the social media, so it's kind of cool, some of the stuff you're doing. And you guys were at Hammers as well?
Yeah, we was there.
Yeah? We got a 48.
We raced.
4,800 car, right?
We entered. We ran.
Yeah.
We didn't make it too far.
Yeah, but
I think we made it like a 19 miles.
19, oh man. But again, you raced a 4,800 car?
4,800 car.
Yep.
Difference for those that don't know, the big dogs 4,400 and 4,800. Only difference is you only run one shock per corner versus the bypasses and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anything else goes.
Was that your first experience at KOH?
Second. We ran when they used to do shootout. We ran then, and then we was in the 4,600 2 years ago stock class.
And you've done very well at Kentucky, I think, right? Or Tennessee. Teardown in Tennessee you raced at before.
Yeah, we got a second place in the stock 4,600 that Gatlin ran in the Dean class last year.
Okay. Yeah. Heck yeah. Definitely be on the podium. Never hurts, right?
No, always, like
it's
I
always
say,
a good experience.
If you don't make the podium, at least you got to look good doing it.
Yeah. And again, it's usually iconic.
You do that. I like the new fire suit.
Yeah. No matter what he's driving, it's usually wrapped in pink. Maybe attached to purple on there.
Yeah, always.
I seen even your UTV now has some pink and purple wraps on it.
Yeah,
saw that.
Or pit vehicles or Groms, everything's matching, which will go with the color scheme of the Pro 4 truck.
Okay.
It'll have the same kind of look to it. So.
Well, we can always find you guys in a crowd.
Oh,
you can.
Yep.
You can. Whether it be a racetrack, PRI, definitely sticks out with that neon pink hoodie there.
Yeah.
Well, Justin, thanks for coming up and chatting with us. Do you have anything else that you would like everyone to know? Anyone you want to thank?
Thank you, Matt Holt Racing, for the features today. I'd have to look at the side of his buggy to know. Who all would you like to know?
High Society Off-Road, of course. That's my shop, which I don't really talk about that much, hardly ever. Obviously,
even though it's huge, capable shop.
Yeah, it is. It is. Raceline, obviously Mickey Thompson out there, Icebox Performance, 300 and below. I'm trying to remember all the ones that I put on. So Warren Winch, ADS Shocks, Apex Wraps, Steinjager Performance. Definitely a lot of those guys really helped me keep going. And most of my sponsors have been with me for quite a while, so we have a great relationship. We work with each other. We do a lot of stuff together.
Yeah.
So
and Digging Deeper Racing.
That's
Racing.
Right.
So, heck yeah. I'm glad you had your race suit on. That worked out well today.
I know.
Yeah. Do what? Digging Deeper Racing, yeah?
Cost too much.
Yeah. I love it.
I got some little ones.
Yeah, little ones, the little sticker on there. Yeah.
The entry-level sponsorship.
Yeah.
Tons of fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Well, thanks for coming up to chat, Justin. It's good to see you out here this weekend. It was definitely fun watching you out there racing the hyperactive buggy. And it was fun watching Matt watch you race, too.
Yeah.
I enjoyed all that.
All right.
We're going to step away for a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with more Bouncer action after this.
Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ. Rebirthed from the depths of Baja, Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend. The new Baja Legend MTZ. Silica reinforced T4 tread compound. Powerply 3-ply construction. Improved 4-pitch side biters. Proven MTZ tread styling for undisputed traction. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ. What you want?
No matter where your ride takes you. Whether it's a quick trip or a slow climb. When you choose RCV Performance Axles, you're guaranteed to finish every time.
Mickey Thompson Tires announces a new American mud terrain legend, the new Baja Legend MTZ. 35 different sizes, and one is just waiting for your rig. The Baja Legend MTZ.
All right, guys, welcome back to round 2 of the Mickey Thompson NRRA. This weekend presented by SCS Gearbox. We're still working on a little recovery up on the hill, so we snagged Cooper Bentley to come up here and chat with us. Cooper, you got second place in the bouncer class at Windrock for the season opener, and you laid down a heck of a run, both hills, in our UTV bounty class today. So how are you feeling about things overall coming into this weekend from Windrock and then yesterday, today? You've run the whole gamut of racing pretty much so far. So tell us what your thoughts are here at Wildcat.
Well, the bounty, it was fun. I had 2 good runs, but it was pretty rough. Yeah. I took a good look right there. And I'm not really going for the points for the whole season of the bounty. So I'm just racing this just to get some more seat time because I put some more power into the buggy. So
we
trying
can tell.
to get some more seat time.
You got first place on Hill 1. Oh, the wind just messed me up here. And you get second place Hill 2. Pretty solid.
Definitely a great day.
Who got me, Nathan?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was on a tear, too.
Not by much.
Technically Madison, yeah.
Yeah, you got beat by a girl.
Oh, yeah. It's happened before.
Happens all the time.
He said it's happened
That's
before.
nothing new.
So what are your feels going into the second course with bouncers?
Well, I'm going for the season of the bouncer, so it's a lot more to think about.
It is.
Can't just go wide open every run. But when you're racing against people like Timmy and Mike and Brandon and all them, you've got to go wide open.
You really do. And again, they don't leave much on the table.
Oh,
no.
Definitely not.
Again, trying to be consistent but be fast. Again, knowing kind of where to gamble and where not to is kind of the name of the game, really.
Do you know the times?
I know we all got
Did you know how tight you are with second, third place?
Oh, yeah.
So Timmy had an 89. Daniel Heckley had a 98.0. Nick Reich had a 98.3. You had a 98.6. That's how tight you guys all were round 1 for the bouncer class.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Well, 2 and 4, or 2 through 4 is pretty tight, but Timmy kind of smoked us on that one.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
Maybe we can close that gap a little bit this time.
There you go. That's your goal for round 2.
All right. We got Mr. Brandon Davis sitting in the starting line, our current season champion of that IFS buggy. Sitting there in that race line starting gate.
All right,
Definitely
Cooper,
getting ready.
Thanks for coming up and chatting with us. Good luck on round 2.
Thank you.
All right, we got that recovery completed. Brandon Davis is ready to hit these hills. Old Menace sounded fierce.
It is. Absolutely ripping out there at the starting gate. You can see what Brandon's approach is. Again, he's an IFS buggy. Launching right up there. So that front end was able to just kind of soak it up. Maybe a lot better than some of the straight axle guys are out here racing. So, again, we've seen a couple weird different mechanical failures so far today. Whoa, no.
Oh!
Landed back. See if he can get back on his wheels. Oh, man. Dang it. That was a wild, wild ride.
Taylor, do we have a replay? Woo, that was something.
That was a wild, wild ride.
I did not expect to see that from Brandon today. We got the thumbs up. He's good. He definitely got himself a skinny pedal nomination.
Yeah, that was, wow.
Let's go check out that replay presented by Rock Racing TV. Man, just a donkey kick gone wrong, and he didn't have enough room there to drive out of it.
Yeah, talk about a replay.
Come on, fellas. Their workout for the day. Look at them go. We are 3 drivers into round 2 of the RCB Bouncer Cup class, and we are also 3 DNFs.
Wow, yes.
Oh, my goodness.
That was a wild, wild ride. Again.
If y'all will notice, at least half the folks up there right now are drivers. You can see by their fire suit, all running up to help, to check on Brandon, to get the buggy rolled back over. That's the kind of camaraderie that we brag on in this sport and what makes it so special. I mean, there's a lot of sports and hobbies in the world that one could participate in, but what we really think makes this series and this sport so special is just the camaraderie, that family feeling when you're out here. They're all competing against each other, but every single one of them wouldn't hesitate to run out there and help in any way that they could as well, because these are your buddies.
Yeah.
Your buddies you're racing against.
Again, great point. I couldn't agree more. Again, I think that front end might have just soaked up too much and, again, put him almost inverted, and, again, just wasn't able to pull it back out, caught that tree and just able to – I really thought he was coming back over onto all fours and was going to be able to recover it, but it looks like he unfortunately was not.
Well, he's got a crack team of engineers checking it all out right now. Let's check out the replay one more time and see if we can tell what happened here.
Unfortunately, just caught the street. And right here, I thought back tire blew. Wow. That back tire blew out, and I think that's what caused him.
It was a rough landing.
When that, I think if that black back tire would have held, he might have been able to just throw it in reverse, come back out. But again, when that back tire blew, it kind of dug in, and unfortunately, just kind of spun him a little bit.
I think that front right corner. What did he?
Dug in really hard
there. Looks like something broke.
Maybe.
Right here when he comes down on it.
Still was, again, right there, that rear tire. You can see that dirt just blow out when that left rear tire. Man, again,
this is what we see when these guys are racing and their times are so tight out here, and they're just pushing each other to the limit of what the vehicles can do, to their own driving abilities.
Getting that back tire flat, literally blew it off the beadlock. Wow.
And even some of our most consistent drivers, and we literally call Brandon Mr. Consistency.
Yeah.
You got to push so hard, and something like this, you might see it happen. Glad Brandon's okay. Looks like no major damage to the buggy from here, at least. All that safety equipment doing its job.
Yeah.
We require all of our drivers to wear a fire suit, Hans device, full face helmets, either window nets or wrist restraints in the buggy to make sure that all arms stay inside the vehicle at all times. We require fire extinguishers and fire suppression systems. And when you are pushing these vehicles to the extremes like we do in the bouncer class, and all our classes really, that's why all those safety requirements have to be top priority.
Yeah. And again, just like you said, keeping them safe is, obviously you want to come out here and go fast and have fun, but, keeping us safe is the biggest priority. And, that is a good point, Bree. Looks like he's hopping out of there. I think Cheryl must be up there having a chat. You can see some of our safety guys checking out the vehicle. Probably get a spare tire and bring it over here.
This is Mark Carpenter on the line now. Go.
Okay, Mark Carpenter had a kind of a wild first run. Got that new wrap on there.
race.
Yeah. Checking all our crews out there.
Mark did unfortunately have a DNF on round 1. Would love to see a finish for him here on round 2. Got that bipolar buggy looking pretty sharp.
Yeah, looking good. That new wrap looks really sharp on there. Good. Mark's been racing with it a little while. Definitely had a wild ride at West Virginia last year.
Oh! There's that vertical we've been talking about.
Again, like you said, trying not to go inverted there. Wow. You can definitely hear the horsepower coming from that thing.
That looks like a, is that a busted knuckle chassis?
I believe so. Definitely the motor sounds great in it.
Ooh.
Getting a little squirrely up there on those uphill sections.
Mark also raced with us yesterday in the UTV Cup class.
There we go. All right, our first time of the day.
We finally got one. .560 for Mark Carpenter. We've got Clayton Smith on the line now, and Clayton Smith is taking home at least one trophy this weekend, and that is the Skinny Pedal Award that he won from the race at Windrock. We posted that, and you guys voted, and Clayton was the winner. He's going to be taking home a pretty cool trophy. Is trophy the right word for it, Matt?
I don't know. I don't know what you'd call it.
We'll just call it an award.
Medallion?
You guys will get to see that later when we do podiums.
He is ripping out of that race line starting gate.
Walking the old Gold Rush Reclaimed right up that ledge.
Oh, there we go. Again, what a wild ride.
You can see that ledge in the middle there has gotten dug out.
Yeah.
We ran, of course, our UTV Bounty class on the same course as the Bouncers today, so there's been a lot of tires out on this course, on this hill. And with the loose dirt, it's starting to get a little bit undercut. We're seeing a little more, I guess, a little more struggle on it, having to back up and get lined up, and it's throwing everybody straight up in the air. There it is.
Great finish. Wait on his time. 117.065.
Not bad,
Clayton
not
Smith.
bad.
Getting right behind Mr. Clayton Smith is the other half of that Reclaim Racing team.
Dan Bowman is on the line. And Dan was on the podium at Windrock. He took home 3rd place in the bouncer class.
Super awesome to see.
Both Clayton and Dan, we can definitely tell, have put in the time and got that seat time and gotten more comfortable in their buggies over the past season.
I think we can.
And it definitely
yes,
shows.
We can definitely see they've gotten more comfortable as Dan rips off the starting line. Like it's awesome. Brandon's down here, and just watching Bowman just rip through that course, just enjoying watching other racers there. All right, out the top he goes. Making quick work of that uphill section.
Now you know all the drivers.
Whoa! No!
Oh, ride it out!
Wow! Wow! Well played, Mr. Dan Bowman.
Oh, man.
These guys are just getting wicked with it.
You know they all saw what happened to Brandon.
Yeah. Jeez
So
Louise.
I thought they might cause him to check up a little more,
Yeah.
but oh no.
I thought the same thing.
No.
I thought we'd see a lot more reservations coming into that jump.
That was a full sin.
And
he didn't have a choice, really, though.
He really
had to
didn't.
ride that out or
Yeah.
roll over.
Yeah, that was definitely a full maximum sin.
Dan Bowman already got himself a Skinny Pedal nominee because of his rollover and recovery and finish on round 1 for the bouncer class.
Yeah,
He already
wow.
had one wild ride today.
Look at Dan. What an awesome run.
What? 117.300. Clayton Smith just got a 117.065.
Wow. I mean, literally 0.3 of a second separating those guys. And I think Colby's up in the line. I don't. At this point, I don't even know what to expect. These guys are
They're just
absolutely.
taking it as it comes right now.
They're just sending it right now. All right, we got a replay here brought to you by Rock Racing TV. Again, landed, and you can see him coming over. He still stayed in the gas right there, was able just to keep it right up.
He did.
And, man, that had to have been a wild ride. Yeah.
So Brandon definitely had a little more of a lawn dart, and by the time he came down, he was headed straight into the trees. Didn't have really any of the chances to drive out of it. Luckily for Daniel, he was able to. Colby Reich, let's see if he can lay down a nice smooth run now, or if we're going to be getting any other wild runs to replay. There's no telling with these guys today.
All right, we got Colby Reich here again, watching these uphill and downhill sections. Trying to keep a great eye on our drone work here. Again, we've seen some guys have problems. We've seen some guys make it. Had a few DNFs early and was able to, last few guys get it lined up. This downhill section, man, Bowman just, wild man, was able to keep it on all fours, driving crazy. We'll see what Colby does.
Oh, Colby.
Colby. Little bit more calm approach than Bowman. Oh, flat tire.
Isn't that his second flat tire today?
Yeah. Again, luckily, the hard part, I think, is over. Again, those rock ledges and dirt ledges aren't too much of a task. He's trying to get it all lined up there.
We've got Brandon Davis up here with us to chat about his run. We want to hear your thoughts after we watch Colby here. What do you think about Colby's odds now that he's got this front tire completely flat?
Well, I've had 3 flats this weekend, so
it's
hard. It is hard to steer with flats.
There's a lot of rocks out here.
Yep.
Again, I was trying to see if he bent a rim. A lot of times you can see guys say they ain't let hard. They might taco the rim in on the inside or the outside.
Yep.
It looks like you pulled it completely off the outer bead. I mean, it's definitely a heck of a wild wide.
Yep.
What was it like being in the cab for that?
It rocked my world a little bit. Hit the back of my head on something. I don't know. I guess the back of the seat.
Yeah.
I mean, but
that was a rough landing.
It was pretty violent.
Would you like to see a replay?
Yeah.
Somebody showed me the replay, but it.
Taylor, can we pull up the replay real quick?
Again, right here you landed.
Yeah. So those back tires caught the edge, the lip of the rock.
Yeah. And right here, landed. You can see that back tire just blow out.
So that's where my head got slammed into the back of the seat.
And when it blew out, it dug in hard and just kind of rolled over.
So it looks like
Colby's
still attempting the hill.
Yeah, Colby pulled up to Justin, and he thought he had broke his steering, so he went like this, and Justin ran up and looked at it and said, no, you just have a flat tire. And he said, all right, get back out of the way. Kind of got back on the course where he left, and I think as wild as that throttle's being wrapped right now, I think he's trying to get through there.
Yep.
Again, we thought we'd see guys after you.
Oh, Colby!
Come on!
No.
Wow.
This pace is not being good to folks this weekend.
It is not. Again, and it's all been like kind of weird, kind of crazy stuff. It's not. It's not one certain ledge or one certain area.
This is not that difficult.
It really isn't.
That's what we were thinking during the bounty earlier. I was like, this is really not that hard of a course, especially from what we
make
saw
it
at
hard.
Windrock.
Yes,
we make it hard.
And we were saying this is kind of a medium sin this weekend, but then you throw the word race in there, and obviously you see guys on their lids, you see guys rolling over, and again, you took a wild ride there. That back tire blew out and it kind of dug in, and there wasn't, I think, much saving at that point. But again, when it digs in that hard, you know, it's not like you can do much. But again, at that point, we really thought you had it saved up until then.
Yeah, I stabbed the gas when it, you know.
Yep, we saw it. You can see the front tires kicking up,
and that's all you can do. Yep, that's all you can do.
Let's watch a quick replay of Colby.
Again, launch up a little donkey kick right there.
Yep.
Just barely left over.
Wow.
Man.
Not much to do about that one either.
Wow. No, you're along for the ride.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's no changing that. Well, you know what, Brandon? You did get a skinny pedal nomination out of this weekend. So let that be your consolation.
Yeah, I'll get another one. It's been a couple years since I've got one, so.
Yeah.
Did you get one the first season?
Yeah.
We did
in the Can-Am.
The little
Can-Am got one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little Can-Am got one. So.
Did you see the skinny pedal trophies yet?
Not for this year.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Hey Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're very interesting.
Shepard does a great job.
He's so creative. He's made them totally different each year for us. So this is what our Skinny Pedal Awards look like this season.
It's a chain with this is your medallion on there. And again, talk about an epic trophy.
Wow.
I mean,
that's awesome.
That is just a super cool trophy. Again,
that's cool.
Definitely had them powder coated, and obviously that's just slick.
We do fully expect everybody that wins one of these to wear it.
Yes,
on the podium.
Yes, absolutely.
Post a picture in front of the buggy with it laying upside down.
That's cool. He came up.
So
with something
again,
like
very very cool trophy. Again, I love the chain on there, and I think we definitely will see some guys repping
Mine's
those.
the American flag. That he had.
That one was. I mean, they're all cool.
Yeah,
he does a great job with them. Shout out to Jonathan Shepard and Skinny Pedal Fab for partnering with us on this award. We've had a lot of fun with it over the past couple years and putting those videos together. And hopefully, you guys are having fun getting to watch and vote on them as well. So Clayton Smith's going to be taking home this one from his wild ride at Windrock.
Cool.
Yeah, I would say right now you're probably leading the
You too might be the lucky winner.
That's not a good thing.
That's not an award you want to win.
No,
it's cool to win
not
it,
a good thing.
But it's not something you want to win. You know, it's not something you want going into the win. Obviously, you're an IFS buggy, and we have a lot of straight axle guys out here. How does the IFS play in different with this style of course than the straight axle?
It should have done good out here. That was all driver error. I feel like
on the first course going up all those rock ledges, it seemed like it was soaking them right up.
It does.
It stuck to the hill.
And I had
too
low a tire pressure on the first course, and popped a tire, and you just can't control it. That puts you into a flag, and it's just kind of downhill from there. So, just not a good weekend. That's racing, though.
It really is. Again, we were talking about
learn from it.
Even on a medium difficulty course, when you throw that race word in there, things can kind of go out the window.
That's right.
Again, and once you're hurling through the air, you're just doing everything you can as fast as you can. And again, those milliseconds become hours, and hours become milliseconds. Trying to get things going as you're flying through the air and rolling. And I really thought you were going to be able to put it back on all four tires right at the very end, but unfortunately, that's kind of the brakes racing.
Yep. I thought it was. I felt it. I felt it try and come out, and it just flopped. So,
oh man,
it tried.
Again, having a real low center of gravity and having a wide, long, low center of gravity. Again, not wanting to flip back over once it kind of gets upside down. But definitely a tough break race. And again, you are our current season champion for the 2023 rock racing season. So
now I got a lot of work to do.
You got a lot of work to do. And again, it's a long season. This is only the second race.
Yeah.
So we have 8 more races, and again at finals we're on 4 courses. So there's a lot of racing going on in the season. And again, we've seen all kinds of things. We went to Rush Springs or Hollywood. We've had all kinds of interesting things happen there, and the leaderboard totally changed. So
Well, Brandon, thanks for coming up and chatting with us. We always love hearing from you. You got anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I'm going to go take some Advil.
You have a well-deserved break now.
Thank you. See y'all.
See you guys.
All right, Richard Hodges is off the line. We got a couple requests for our rundown so far. Clayton Smith had a 117.065. Then Dan Bowman with a 117.300. And Mark Carpenter with a 156.560. Let's see what Richard Hodges can do.
Go, baby, go. Again, Richard Hodges was able to get his buggy put back together and get those new axle shafts put in the rear. And obviously, they were doing just fine.
All right, he's thinking, I just saw what Brandon did. I saw what Daniel did. Saw what Colby did. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I think he's definitely playing it smart there, taking his time.
He said, I've seen how this works.
Yeah, absolutely a wild run. Again, I think we're going to see some more guys have a little, after those 3, literally 3 in a row, wild ride after wild ride. I think we're going to see guys take a little bit safer approach like Mr. Hodges here.
We don't call it rock bouncing for nothing, though.
We really don't. And those guys were definitely bouncing down that hill.
Tires aren't necessarily meant to stay in contact with the ground at all times.
They are not. They are not. Yes. You can definitely see that bouncing is definitely part of this sport. Again, hearing that buggy roar as it's exiting the top of that hill.
Through the finish. $144.955 for Richard Hodges.
What's up, buddy?
Johnny Gibbs on the line now. And we've got Colby Wright joining us back up here.
King Colby Wright, our current Rookie of the Year. We had him up here yesterday for our Featured Driver Friday. And again, being local, we figured that was a great opportunity to showcase. We did Brandon Davis for our championship last time. We did our Rookie of the Year this time, so I figured that was kind of cool to highlight both you guys.
Yep. I've run out of talent. fresh out. I don't know where you get
I think
any.
there's like a refill station for that somewhere.
Yeah. So I just first round I blew a tire right off the bat and finished the course on a flat. Second course, come down, popped the front tire.
We saw that.
Yes.
I didn't know what was broke because I couldn't see. So when they said it was a tire, I just turned around and went for it.
Yeah, we saw you pull over, and Justin, I seen you doing like the steering, like I brakes on the steering, and he goes, "No, it's flat." And we immediately whip around and start. The way you hit the throttle, I was like, "Oh, he's going for it."
Yeah, I tried.
Johnny Gibbs is heading for the big ledge right now.
Oh yeah, he'll throw it in there.
Yeah. Johnny, that new buggy is definitely doing work.
Oh yeah.
Again, there's only about a vehicle and a half wide path there, so you don't have a whole lot of options, but you want to kind of skate in from the right to the left on that hill. But it's also really steep, too.
It's been a tough course, a lot of DNFs, so
yeah,
I think drivers are going to start being a little more conservative.
A lot of unexpected DNFs.
Yeah, again, it's just kind of some really weird DNFs we've had so far today, some weird breakage, and none of them are in the same spot. They've all been kind of scattered throughout the course.
Yeah, there's no consistency really anywhere.
Yeah, and we were saying that earlier, this is kind of a medium difficult course for rock bouncers, but when you add that race word in there, anything can happen.
Yeah,
so
when you put a timer on anything, you mess up more than normal.
Yeah.
You tie your shoes every day, but you put a timer on it.
That's weird. I was literally going to say put
you use Velcro, I guess.
Oh, my goodness. We're on the same wavelength, I guess.
Must be these chairs.
That must be it. I always wondered.
You like that? Yeah, skinny pedal is super
what do you
sweet.
think about that? Yeah. Clayton Smith gets to take that one home today.
That is so cool.
Johnny Gibbs out there right now. I haven't seen this buggy up close yet, but I'm going to guess it's got the prettiest welds out of anything in this park, knowing that Jake Pike built it.
Jake Pike coming out of that Midwest Welding Institute, doing some great work there. When they're that pretty, you almost got to just clear coat it.
Yeah, who's making these?
Jonathan Shepard.
Okay. Jonathan Shepard is our partner for the Skinny Pedal Awards. Yeah.
Come on, get up there. Oh, man. Again, that's getting a little wet and slimy, too, so I think that gets spread out there with some dirt.
Yeah. It's cameras never do justice. It's a steep
really
ledge.
doesn't.
We try and tell people that all the time. I hope they believe us.
So you ran right behind Brandon.
Yeah. Well, no, it was Brandon.
There was Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
Bowman.
Bowman and Clayton.
What was your thought after watching those guys and their runs?
I don't ever like following Timmy or anybody like that. So.
Come on, Johnny, get up there.
No.
Get back on your wheels.
Nope.
Reverse. That's a... Oh, dang it.
That's a much better spot to recover from. So.
Yeah, this course is changing. Well, I'll let you guys get back to it. So.
Yeah, again, you're a local guy. You give shout outs to you while you're here?
Yeah. Well, I'm from Lancaster, not far from here. 30, 40 minutes. Some of my sponsors, I picked up some sponsors this year, and Super Grip Tires, Petco Environmental, and some buddies that helped me with everything.
Awesome.
Because we're underestimating everything.
Yeah.
You just feel like it's going to go well.
Clyde
but
said,
I kind of like the good weather.
Yeah.
Why did y'all do better last year in the rain on the same course?
Yeah.
I was questioning that, too.
Yeah.
We're all wondering
when
the
it's
same
muddy
thing.
and nasty, you're just like the whole time.
Yeah.
But when it's dry, you're just Sunday cruising and getting a little more aggressive.
Colby said, I was wondering that.
Yeah. I'll be honest, it's the first tire I've ever popped in 2 years.
Yeah.
And I popped 2 in one day.
Really?
And destroyed 2 rims. So.
Well,
I was wondering
you're
if you tore a
about
rim
due
up.
then.
Yeah.
After 2 years.
Yeah.
I
went a whole year on a set of tires without a plug, a hole, or nothing.
That's pretty impressive.
I aired them up 15 pounds at Windrock for the first race and didn't check them until I just popped one.
Wow.
That's pretty
so
impressive.
I didn't want to touch them because they didn't have problems. So.
Yeah.
You're
don't
like,
rock the boat,
If I don't look at it, then that means it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right?
And a shout out to my wife and kids for putting up with me racing.
Yeah.
I got a wife and 4 little girls, and it's a lot of time away from them. But
it
gives me a day of freedom to come clear my head. As busy as I am. So
hang out with the buddies, goof around.
Take care of that need for speed.
Yeah.
So she's definitely the backbone of the family. Well, thank you guys. And
thank you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for that. Again, that was Colby Reich stepping up with our current Rookie of the Year. Appreciate you coming up. All right, we got a replay from Johnny here as his rollover. Presented by Rock Racing TV. Man.
Oh, man. The struggle bus is out here today, guys. Yeah. And there's a few drivers riding it.
And it's, again, it's kind of weird freak things. Again, Johnny was hitting it good. The motor was sounding great. Again, that new chassis by Jake Pike was doing well. So, again, watching them get him recovered. Shouldn't take too long. Again, I see they got the excavator up there as well as Keith Toolman. Okay, we're going to play that replay just a little further back right there. Coming up, and again, you can see coming from that right line on the dirt to the left line of the rocks, and got just a little too sideways, and just obviously it's such a steep angle it tipped over. And that right there is just so steep that once he landed right there, it's kind of a pretty good drop-off. You can see the top of the chassis kind of fall. Luckily, he was able to get down to that second little access road there and stop on his side, so hopefully that should be an easy recovery for those guys. And Johnny's a heck of a driver, so... You know, he's kind of a wild man himself. Zach was saying how he gets mad and he can become a different driver after that. I've seen Bubba Bacon do that too.
We've seen that more than once.
I've seen Bubba get angry and become this whole different driver. So
Matt, I've seen you get angry and become a whole different driver.
I have once or twice. So once or twice because sometimes emotions run a little high when you're in the cab strapped in and just won't get up the hill.
I think we've all been there at one time or another.
You know. Yeah, I remember seeing you in the Avenger buggy not that long ago on a very gnarly hill.
Oh, man, that race at AOP last October.
Like, just brutal.
I'm just so impressed and proud that the Avenger held together and didn't break. You know, that it's a oldie but a goodie. I mean, it's not high tech. We've had it for how long now, you know? And,
a while, yeah.
But it is tried and true and proven parts that are in there, and man, that thing is tough. Because I put a beat down on it.
Yeah, you did. It was, like 8 minutes of nonstop thrashing.
I did not want it to be that long. I was ready to get out the top of that dang hill.
I bet. Again, absolutely thrashing on it.
Those rocks were rough.
Again, heck of a driving.
Oh, man.
I was cheering you on. So, again, there was a couple people there filming. I was definitely cheering you on as you were. And definitely like some super rough terrain.
It's not my my preferred style of racing.
Yeah.
The rough, rocky, hill killing.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be one of only 4 drivers that made it out the top.
Yeah, it was.
Seeing as I'm semi-retired these days. So.
And it was, again, it would look like it was just such rough terrain.
Yeah, the old Avenger, man. That is one tough buggy.
Yeah. It looked just absolutely gnarly.
We'll see if I can bring it back out for anything again this year. See how it goes.
I see it come back.
In the meantime, I get my Need for Speed vicariously out here through all the other drivers. We'll see if we get Big Booty Judy back out on the race courses.
That's always a good time.
For those that don't know, that's my 4-seat razor.
Yep.
Hence the name.
Big Booty Judy's definitely doing some work.
She does. Hauling hay or hauling me around the race course?
I've seen it do it all. I liked your post the other day, too, as well. It was very, very cute.
Thanks. I thought it was pretty cute, too.
It was.
Oh, man. Speaking of cute, not really, but Jack Porter is on the line. Here we go with a Jag attack from the Venom buggy. Another classic when we're talking about a rock bouncer. Old Venom's been around, I don't even know how many years now.
Quite a while, yeah.
And it's one tough buggy, too, because I know Jack puts a beating on that thing every time he brings it out.
So we all saw him at Windrock, just neutral dropping this thing. Just, come on, go, go, go. Out the top, baby.
Nice. My dad said, I haven't seen Matt get angry, but I have seen him get hangry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we have. Again, I think Jack's going to check up a little bit more here.
Oh.
Yeah, man, that's a rough landing.
Just
there.
pinball it.
Yeah.
Venom can handle it.
Yeah.
Jack can handle it.
Come on, baby. I know you.
Come on. Get out that top. Again, as Bree would say, it is all downhill from here.
Jack also works hard for recovery, and he does our starting line and safety checks on Fridays. So big thank you and shout out to him for all his help out here.
130.752 for Mr. Jack Attack. Okay, that's only like our fourth or fifth time so far. Fifth time, wow.
Then that is a third place time behind the Reclaimed Racing team. Clayton and Daniel both with a 117. And then Jack with that 130. Richard Hodges with a 144 and Mark Carpenter with a 156. Ethan Martin out on the course now.
I feel like Ethan like monster truck Martin. Like he's just like a monster truck driver in that thing. Yeah, we've had 5 DNFs and 5 finishes so far. So definitely showing you how kind of crazy this course can be. Come on.
Oh!
Again, kind of hit that rock, kind of bounced him sideways a little bit. Again, there's a real big undercut there as well. So.
Going to be a tough spot to get much momentum back up there.
Yeah, you have to probably back up down to that access road right there. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Lots of momentum carrying into that second run.
Whoa!
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Driving like Richie Keith is back in that seat of that plowboy.
For real. Just absolutely getting with it.
Straight on to the finish.
Wow.
147.017 for Ethan Martin.
Not bad for that wicked crazy recovery there. Yeah, look, just two-wheeling it through there.
Matt Buxton wants to know who is top 3 so far. That would be Clayton Smith with a 117.065, then Dan Bowman with a 117.300, and then Jack Porter with a 130.
However,
we've got Tim Cameron out on the course right now, so I have a feeling things might be about to change.
And he's definitely going to want to change that. All right, here we go. That buggy sounds incredible. Just hops up there.
Walk it right on
Just
up there.
hops it right up. Again, we'll see if he takes more of the calmer approach or more of the launch. Quack the launch
I think
over
we'll
here.
see a moderate send from Timmy down the hill.
Yeah. A little more calculated. He's got nothing to prove. Take a little time.
Got that throttle flutter.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely part of Timmy's driving style.
Definitely. And again, hearing him get on the gas, off the gas is kind of just, climbing each ledge separately and taking his time, being smart, making sure to keep the buggy on all four wheels. Again, what's going to be his time?
Pretty quick on the downhill.
He is. Again, taking his time, but he's still being really quick with it. And here we go. To the finish line. Wow. 90.576. Your new leader. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
That just shook up our top three a little bit. That means Clayton and Dan Bowman, both in the 117s, are second and third right now. I see Chris Grigg on the line.
Got that wrap on there, that orange metallic wrap. Again, he also shed an LSA supercharger, so got him some more whoop-pows.
We like whoop-house.
We do. They're
more whoop-house is good.
Highly advantageous. I think this front tire's leaning in a little bit. Like if you look at the back tire and the front tire on the passenger side,
it looks kind of like
it's leaning in. Again, maybe something that happened. Could have been a turn that he hit earlier.
Whatever it is, doesn't seem to be slowing him down.
Does not seem to be affecting him much right here at all. Kind of jumping through there. Go, baby, go!
This is a wide open design built buggy. They do great work there. That shop is actually located in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, not too far from my house.
Oh, same. Also Murfreesboro, huh?
Oh, Murfreesboro.
Whoa! Whoa! Chris is putting on a pretty good run here.
I think he might have surprised himself a little with that downhill.
He did, and he rolled over right in here on that first run. So I think he's taking his time, being smart about it. All right.
Oh, my
Got a
gosh.
flat.
This hill is just eating tires today.
Is. Again, a lot of guys are blowing that tire out when they're landing because that's really hard.
Is the air pressure in the room with us today?
Zach, it's only flat on the bottom. Again, being smart there. Some of those, you can see that rear end get real light real fast.
Come on, Chris. Finish it up. There we go.
There you go.
122.871 for Chris Grigg. That's a fourth place time currently.
Wow. I know a guy that's got to change that, hopefully. He is Mr. Daniel. And Mr. Daniel is definitely hell-bent on beating that time.
I see what you did there.
I see. I was a Breeism.
I heard that.
Again, Daniel, another guy that has no problem just absolutely monster trucking his rig to the finish line.
Daniel had a second place time on course 1.
There you go. I love the sound of his motor. It's just such a big, deep, throaty sound. It's just incredible.
Whoa! Talk about a donkey kick. Oh, he is coming in hot. Straight on to the finish line.
Wow. Wow. 96.324 for Mr. Daniel Heckley, right behind Timmy Cameron, coming in second place.
That means we've got Tim Cameron in the lead with a 90.5, now followed by Daniel Heckley with a 96, and then Clayton Smith with a 117.0. Right behind Clayton is Dan Bowman with a 117.3.
Again, here's another guy that's going to want to try to knock those guys down that podium. Fordzilla himself.
Nick Reich had the third fastest time on course 1.
Yeah, it is Fordzilla. I started talking, I was like, wait a minute, is it Fordzilla? I saw the front end. Get Nick Reich coming all the way from Wisconsin, making that long drive.
The land of milk and cheese.
Yes. And cottage cheese.
Patron state of the Molitors. Also, fun fact.
Yeah. Go, baby, go. His rig is so light that I didn't see him having much trouble with that. Oh! He did. I thought I heard it go poof as he landed.
The tire carnage on this course today
is insane.
This is. I feel like we're at Rush Springs or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Tires be leaving the chat left and right today.
That or Disney. Disney's a great place where you see a lot of flats.
Disney's definitely hard on the tires. Where'd we go? There he is.
Again, well, you can hear that definitely that motor chopping through the trees there. Taking his time, coming down those ledges, trying to be smart and get a good finish out of it. Go, baby, go.
$130.418 for Nick Wright.
Man, his rim is just toast. He must have clipped a rock when he came down because that rim is pretty shot. It is not.
Does it look like a 4-year-old tried to draw a circle?
Yeah, it is not. Part of it left the chat. Not good. It's not good.
Clinton Garrison, here we go. Garrison had our 5th place spot on Hill 1. Again, Clint always strikes me as a very consistent and smooth driver.
There he goes. Yeah. Again, very smooth exit on that.
We don't often see him getting just super rowdy and pushing it, to the max and getting crazy out there. But he lays down those smooth, fast runs.
Wow.
Just like that.
And that buggy is absolutely working flawless today.
Got to visit with Clint and Savannah a little bit while I stood in line for porta potties earlier.
Yeah.
A nice long line, so we had a little bit of a chat.
Oh, good times.
They're always fun. They're a great couple.
And they've been together as long as I've known them, so they're great people. Great people. All right, we're getting word we got 3 balancers left. Ripping through the finish line. 1:01.691 for Clint Garrison. That is a fast time. Is that what, 3rd place?
That is a fast time. That's a 3rd place time
Heck
right now. Tim Cameron still in the lead with a 90, followed by Daniel Heckley with a 96, and now Clint Garrison with a 101.
And speaking of guys that can give us a wild ride, Mr. Cooper Bentley is absolutely a guy that can give us a wild ride.
We had Cooper up here chatting with us a little bit earlier in the show. Cooper's such a laid-back guy in person that it's interesting to watch his driving style.
Which is
he
pretty
gets in the buggy and it's like his alter ego takes over.
Oh, smooth out. There we go.
Cooper had a 2nd place finish in the bouncer class at Windrock for the season opener.
Again, taking his time ripping across that woods area there. And there's actually several big drops here, so. Okay. No, that's probably the smoothest exit we've seen yet of the guys who decided to jump it.
Cooper's definitely got a really good feel for this buggy. Looking super comfortable in there.
It really is. And he's had a great, smooth, good run going.
You're doing great.
Yeah, he hasn't had a single bobble on this course at all.
No. See what that time's going to be.
.198. That is a 3rd place time right now, right behind Daniel Heckley. We've still got Jay Stortz and then Josh Parrish. And that will wrap up our day of racing here at Wildcat. If you've just joined us recently here, I hope you're enjoying all the bouncer action. We are just about to wrap up round 2, and then we've got lots of awards to give away today. Hope you were able to join us earlier in the day or yesterday for some of our other classes of racing. We've been having a great weekend out here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky, here for round 2 of the NRRA, presented by Mickey Thompson and brought to us this weekend by SCS Gearbox. Jay Stortz out on the course now in Ford play.
Get the pronunciation. I always make jokes up. Pronunciation is key there, that Ford play buggy. Again, obviously a play on words.
He knew what he was doing.
He totally did. He totally did. Again, play on words from the Ford engine. Again, he's one of our few powered Ford vehicles out here this weekend. Come on, Jay. Good, great drone shot there. Go, baby, go. Almost.
Oh, he's got it.
There we go. Again, just totally peppering the drone. Oh, go, baby, go.
Ride it out. Hey, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. We need to call that rock like skid plate rock or something. Everyone's
really
just sliding over it. We'll just call that whole section Skid Row.
They really have been skidding through it today.
Man, I didn't think of it until the very end of the race. There it is. Bring it on home, Jay. Nicely done.
Wow. Through the finish line he goes.
122.441. And that means we've got Josh Parrish to wrap up our race this weekend. This is the first time we've seen Josh in his own bouncer out here in a while. We've seen him filling in for Randall Keys and Randall's Undertaker buggy a few times. He said he had to knock the dust off this thing. Hadn't been out in a while. He's going to be knocking a lot more dust off after this weekend, though. Driving. It's a little dusty out here at Wildcat.
Just a little.
But we'll take it after the mud fest we had at Windrock.
Gladly.
A couple weeks ago.
Backing down to that access road there. Looks like he's pulling off. I'm sure if he broke something.
Oh, man, and it looks like that's going to be it for Josh.
Dang it. Okay. All right. Again, that wraps up our rock bouncing action here at Wildcat Off-Road Park in East Bernstadt, Kentucky for the second race in the National Rock Racing Association. Presented to you by Mickey Thompson Tires, and this race is brought to you by SCS Gearboxes. We appreciate them all they do. Again, we had an amazing day of racing here. While Bree gets our totals put up, just thanks to everybody for tuning in the live feed. Obviously, thanks to all the fans for showing up. We had an awesome day. I'm sure lots of people are going to go on trail ride. Being the Saturday, I'm sure lots of fun activities we had. So, but mostly appreciate everybody tuning in live feed on this awesome Easter weekend. You got our top five there?
I've got our top five. This is from round 2 for the RCV Bouncer Cup class. Tim Cameron stayed in the lead with a 90.5, followed by Daniel Heckley with a 96, and then Cooper Bentley with a 97, Clint Garrison with a 101, and Clayton Smith with a 117.0. And as an honorable mention, we'll go to 6th place there because Dan Bowman was right behind him with a 117.3.
I mean, right there.
So close, man. So close. What a day of racing. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. I hope you enjoyed all the racing action from all of our classes yesterday and today, especially in the bouncer class. And we've enjoyed hanging out with you. We'll see you again at Hot Springs, April 12th and 13th.
Yeah, about 2 weeks
Arkansas. Away. Yeah. So, again, thank you guys for joining us here on Hillside Live. I'm Bree Molitor.
Matthew Holt, as always. Wonderful, good time. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
See you later.
We'll see you.